Hey guys, it's John from Fun Times Good Memories. This is a 22 Honda Civic. This is my mother's car. It's done 50,000 kilometers. Technically this is going to be a 3-year review, so it's just telling you the goods, the bads. So my mother bought this vehicle because she had the previous one. However, the previous model, which was a different shape, which wasn't the best looking one, where this one looks a lot better, she got rid of it because it had aircon issues. It was a major issue with the old previous Honda Civic. However, this one doesn't have that issue. It was built in Japan, and to be honest, it's going pretty good for its age at the moment. This generation Honda Civic, they really improved the design on it compared to their previous generation. They've really made the curves just a lot more smooth, while the other one was quite a rigid sort of look. The front of it is just a little bit pointed, but not too pointed. It's got the curves where you need it. There's a little bit of a grille there, and also a little bit down the below. But the number plate's in a good situation. Obviously, if you had one of those Japanese number plates, I think it would look really good here too. While the thinner one still looks okay, just not as good. It does have some fog lights down the bottom here, and also the indicator across here, while you got LEDs, headlights, and driving lights, or high beams, that's what you call it. Coming down to the side here, you've got a reasonably sized, sorry, on an angle, but you've got a reasonably sized wheel here. It's not too bad. The only downside is, if you have an older lady that drives a car, for example my mother, she will grind the shit out of your wheels, which is not good. It's shit house. So anyway, that's life. Then you've got the mirrors. Let me just open the car because it likes to lock on you. It has a beautiful mirror here with a nice, beautiful indicator. However, again, if you have an older lady that drives the car, you may get scratched up here. So the weather shields on the car is fantastic, especially if you get the option of the weather shields. So you can get that from factory. The newer one would probably have the same sort of thing. Then you've got the door handles, great door handles, color of the car. The only downside is you have to sort of do that. You can press the key, but then it doesn't stay open either way. You have to be sort of in that meter object of the car. Going back to the D-pillar, T-pillar, either way, looks really good. It's a really nice curve all the way through, coming all the way to the back, and also coming all the way down. Really good looking. Compared to the old one, it was, to be honest, the old one looks a little bit like the new Subaru Impreza. And I don't know why Subaru decided to go like that, but the Honda was a bad idea, and it's not really good on the Subaru either. But that's my opinion. Now you're coming to the back here. You got really good looking lights. The lights are way better compared to the old ones, where the old ones were like triangle sort of shape. So the lights are looking good. You've got a tail light here, you got your reverse light, your indicator. You do have a brake light here, and also on the sides, right here. Reflector for safety reasons as well. Diffuser, which is probably nothing. And then exhausts. And they are sort of real exhausts. I mean, there's small ones in there, they're just fake sort of chromy plastic stuff. It's got a rear wiper because it's a hatchback and not a sedan, while the old ones were a sedan, and so they never had the wiper. Some people like them, some people don't. I don't actually use the rear wiper, but my mother does. She loves it. And then you've got the reception aerial sort of thing on the top here, the shark fin. That's the outside of the car. Let's go on the inside. So to start the car, you put the engine, starts up straight away. Good things about the car, well, you've got a reasonable entertainment system here. However, it does sort of come up around the dashboard or whatever. You do have a few dings and wings, but they're not that bad. Usually the first thing I do is I press this little button here, and then if you just come over here, just come and have a look at this inside here. So you press this button because it's just telling me I need a service. And then you go into there again. Then you go into here because there's multiple buttons. You got to press your home button right here, you know, to do that. And then you got to press the home button again. There you go. So you got, once you've pressed that little button here, you got to go all the way here and get into this section, and then you press that one, and that turns the lane keep assist off. If you're filming with your phone though, you will end up going to Apple CarPlay after about anywhere between 5 seconds and 5 minutes. It's quite a long period of time. It doesn't always link up straight away. That is Apple CarPlay. Really, it's a standard car. You got your indicators, the left and right indicators there. You got your high beams, your low beams there. You got your washers here. You got your wipers, on and off wipers. You got auto wipers. You got sound. Your settings sort of set up. You've got your that's your lane keep assist sort of thing. However, that's really for a freeway, not for turning it off completely. Cruise control, obviously a horn. And then you go on over here. I really like the design of this one. It was piano black before, where this one is, I'm not entirely sure. It's like a plastic, but it's like triangles. Here, I'll show you. See how like it's got like a triangle sort of setup? It's pretty cool. You got a Bose system. So this is the entertainment system. Pretty much it is a reasonably good screen size. I will tell you up there what the screen size is. Pretty much you got this is the Apple CarPlay. You got Apple Music. You got all that stuff. Oh, I have Apple Music. You don't have to have that. You do have a Honda app. I don't actually have it running. Never use it. Sure, it's useful. You got calendar. That's sort of how fast, slow it is. It's not bad. It could be better, but it's pretty good. Then you got your standard sort of entertainment system. It's somewhat, I would say, probably quicker. Navigation, as you can see here. There we are. It takes a little bit, but you're there. As you can see, we're on Woods Point Road, near Warburton. I don't know. I've never used this stuff. Yeah, anyway. That's the navigation setup. A good Bose system. Very good bass in the Bose. You got speakers up here on the left there. You got speakers in the door. You got speakers in the rear doors. Pretty sure that's all you've got. There may be one in the boot. It's a pretty good sounding system. Nothing fancy, but nothing bad either. Saying that, you can look at your trip meter. So trip computer's there. So this is stats when the average fuel consumption when I was pushing it. So it's doing a 10.7. However, your average one is around 7.5 litres per 100 kilometres. As you can see, there's multiple different trips here, and A trip's the same thing, but I thought you used to be able to click that, but it doesn't matter. Either way, it's yeah, that's sort of what you're getting out of there. So in a 270 kilometer range, you're getting 5.6, and then the previous one was 275, and you're getting 8.6 there. So you're getting really an average of about 7.2. So the only downside of this vehicle, and I would say the only 3 downsides of this vehicle, is the lane keep assist. Also, when you're driving, the wheel sort of sticks a little bit, and so it only happens when you're driving with one arm or one hand on the wheel, and it sort of gets stuck a little bit behind the wheel. And also the seatbelt. If you come over here, if you want me to. If you come over here, this is seatbelt, and then it just sits, which is sort of useless. So that's one downside. That's a 3-year review there, and it has only last sort of couple months where it has stopped working. Standard setup on the right here. You got your mirror adjustment here, locking the doors, locking the windows, and then your 4 window up and downs. let's go to the left. In the left-hand side here, you've got a beautiful seat. Now, there is a difference between my model, or this model, 2022 model, and the 2023 and 24 model. The difference, and the main difference, is they had leather seats in the newer models. Well, this one doesn't. Like, this one has a suede sort of setup with leather sort of sides. So if you come in here, you've got the suede sort of setup here, then you've got the leather sides here. You do have power seats, so it's power all the way around. You've got a nice leather sort of center console there. You have a somewhat of a glove box. As you can see in here, it's not too big, but it's reasonable. Great aircon sort of vents. They're a bit tacky sort of thing, but they're really good. A bit of plastic along there, but it just looks nice. The old one didn't have that sort of good look. And to be honest, a lot of cars don't have that look. You do have a good sized door bins. You can fit a reasonable sized bottle here. Don't know how big that is, but it's reasonable size. You can sort of see it on myself. Fits there easily. There is another one where you can put a 600ml bottle of water inside here, and some treats for me, beef jerky and stuff like that, and some lollies. Again, fits really well in the center. You can fit a lot bigger stuff. You can fit a large cup, or a like a Slurpee large Slurpee cup, or supersize, or whatever you want to call them. They have sort of like plastic things there. This is a standard tent on the car, so it gives you a good shape. Probably go around the other side because my mother, not my mother, but my sister has a child, and so I can't really show you much in there. But it does show you that you can fit a child seat in there quite easily. Go there. Round to the other side here. Back seat, it is hard to see because there's a dog thing in here. Beautiful back seat. Again, we've got the suede sort of set up and the leather sides. Pretty good. You can fit a few things in here. You can fit a human. This is my drive-in sort of setup. Roof sort of shit house. I'm actually hitting my head on the roof, as you can see. However, you do have great headroom and great knee room and leg room. This is actually where I sit. Sit in. Better for kids, not adults. So this is a boot. As you can see, there's actually quite a lot in here. There's a folding sort of trolley, lots of bags that you can fit in there, and here is what the literage of the boot is. It does have a little slide bit here you can put across, so if you want to hide anything, you can put this here. If you can bloody put it in, oh, there we are. It's a little bit fiddly. The good news is you don't have to throw the thing out. It just slides back in. It's supposed to. It does have another flingy thing here. There we are. That's the one that you just throw out and just do that. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. In here, you've got grab handles. It's not electronic, so you do have to put the boot down. But you know what's funny? It's quicker than electronics. So suspension-wise, it's like a soft stiffness sort of thing. It's there. It's just not 100% there. It's probably why they have a Type R, because the Type R would be a lot stiffer on the road, while this is a little bit softer on the roads, even in sports mode. Sports mode, realistically speaking, all I can feel is it does nothing to the suspension. It's not like the Kakadu where it did like on the Prado where it actually does stuff. This is literally just sort of sitting like it normally does. I can't feel any difference in the suspension. All it does is allow you to rev, so I'm in 6th manual, 5th manual, 4th manual, 3rd manual. One thing you will hear a slight difference is you can almost hear a wind or maybe a turbo noise. I don't think that is a speaker thing. I actually think that is real noise, which you will hear on the manual mode. However, you won't hear it in eco mode or normal mode as such. And I think that's because it stays in the gear rather than not staying in the gear. In general, though, it's a good, relaxing drive on a normal highway, while you can have a little bit of fun in the corners as well. Just remember, it's a little bit softer. Yeah, look, I don't use the lane keep assist. It just is the most annoying thing in the world, really. It's you go around a corner and it sort of pushes you into the corner, which is not what you want. You sort of sometimes want to be on the outer end of the lane, or you're going on, it will push you from the inside to the outside, which really isn't a safe thing at all. So lane keep assist is not that great. However, adaptive cruise control, it's again not that great either. I think the Prado has a much better adaptive cruise control than this car does. You do sit back about 3 to 5 cars length, so that's a big distance. And saying that, on the Vic Road laws, it does state that you need to be 5 seconds behind a car, and it's actually not 5 seconds behind a car. It's about 3 seconds behind a car, but it's a big distance. While the Prado was weirdly enough closer than that. So anyway, that's whatever. But yeah, look, remove electronics. I still use automatic braking, so I leave that on just in case a pedestrian comes out in front of me or whatever. And I do keep blind spot mirroring on. It is just good, just in case something you just don't see is there. However, I still use my mirrors because it's not perfect for spot keeping, blind spot assist. But in general, yeah, the vehicle is a good vehicle for your everyday use. Slightly firm, however livable. So this is the engine bay. I will tell you exactly what it is and isn't in some credits or in some writing. I do have a manual setup, so it's no fancy stuff. The only good news about that is you don't have to buy another hydraulic system in about 5 or 10 years time, depending if this car lasts, because it's got a lot of electronics in it. Better than European vehicles are. Pretty clean in here. You could probably fit, realistically speaking, they could probably fit a V6 in here, but it's nice. It's got all the good setups. It's got a turbo on it. It's got a nice engine. It's got a battery, easy battery to get to. It's not in the boot like BMWs do. Other than that, that's the boot of the car. One thing you do want to know, which a stupid thing that my father did, is he decided to instead put the window decks in the coolant area instead of the window area. So that's something you don't want to do because you can ruin your car. Other than that, this is the Honda Civic, 2022 model. I'm John. Fun times, good memories. How the fuck do you get this thing in? It seems easy, but then you're just not that bloody simple. It's just, fuck this stupid thing. Gonna be braking and at 105 k's an hour. You okay with that? Yeah. I understand why they've gone a 1.4 litre. It's not 1.4. Why do they make things that are made for more than bloody one person to put in? Oh, you do have a reflector because there's a safety feature that they had to put in. And then you have a light here. That is actually nothing. It is nothing, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's in. It's in. All right, fantastic.